Sometimes everything gets sharper and takes on a meaning out of the day. Like Paradise Street is ironic when you're on your way back to Spring Grove State Hospital. 3 going out and only 2 coming back. I mean, maybe if you don't live around here, it might not mean anything to you, but Spring Grove is for people who are mentally ill. What's it gonna cost us? We've got an extra half hour anyway.
I don't mind the half hour, but for what?
I don't know. She's gonna be in there the rest of her life. It's a half hour. She's coming out again. I'd like to be here to see it personally.
Met Lillian Aldrich before 5 days ago. We're not related to her. We're not in love with her. We're more nearly acquaintances than friends. The only thing we really have in common is membership in the same human race. That, and because we know her agony personally.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek?
Yeah, come out wherever you are.
Am I well? Really? Yes, you've been well for some time. You've got the address of the shipyard? Yes. You know where to go. You report right to personnel, the same place, the same people you saw before. Oh, when you come home tonight, Have a hot bath and go right to sleep. If it seems too quiet, turn on the radio.
Lillian, I'll see you outside.
I'm next, Lillian.
Lillian, good luck.
Lillian.
Now you be good, and don't you come back here.
Lillian. God be with you.
Don't be ashamed to leave the lights on in the room if you feel like it.
Are you nervous for me?
Yes, a little.
I'll be all right.
I think I have to do it alone now. Goodbye.
Can I help you?
Oh, I'm supposed to go to the personnel office. I work there. I'm supposed to work there.
Right over there, right up the stairs.
There's a sign there. I'll help you if you want.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you both.
You want to see a frightened lady? There she goes. Frightened of men, frightened of life, frightened of...
Let's go, I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Who hung us up in the first place? I was on my way to put something in my stomach and I turn around and you're giving directions.
You want to eat or do you want to discuss?
We'll eat first, discuss later.
Well, it's all right with the hot coffee.
Yes, it's the same thing. Really, it's not very hard. Sometimes it takes a few days to catch on, but after that it's just routine.
Thank you.
After you finish this, you'll be an expert.
What, am I doing this all right?
Very well, you're doing very well.
I thought because you were watching me.
Well, don't be nervous. Now I have another job for you to do. Each one of these folders belongs to a different person.
Yeah.
I want you to go through each folder and check all the Social Security numbers. I want to be sure the employment applications, employment records, and time cards all match. Is that clear? I pulled over a whole filing cabinet my first day of my first job.
Thank you. Please don't keep looking at me. I know. Because I'm new. I know everybody's curious about me. But I'm nervous today. Please.
I'm Buzz Murdoch. What do I see about my Social Security number?
Talk to Mrs. Aldrich right here.
Hello again. You can look at me. I don't bite people for looking at me.
Your Social Security number, it's wrong.
Oh, well, it should be 100-20-0853.
Well, it's right on your W-2, but the application for employment, it's wrong.
Oh, let me see it. Well, that's okay. It's my Social Security number. Wait a minute.
Wait!
Does he have the right to take that out of my hands like that? Does he have the right to take it like that and pull it out of my hand?
You give it back to her. You have no right to that. Give it back to her.
Well, now, wait a minute. Don't get hysterical. I mean, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to look at my Social Security number, and there's no secret about that. Oh, now you've done it. I mean, if it's that important to you.
You're a monster. You're a mean, rude, impolite, uncaring, unthinking, unfeeling human being.
Well, then don't fall in
Don't you
love
know
with me.
you can't have everything? Don't you know that people have to live together? They have to listen to each other and share each other's problems and listen as if they were
Look,
their
I
own.
don't need the kindergarten lecture. Forget it. Now, if I rip the paper, I'm sorry. But if it means that much to you, just give me some mending tape and I'll put it together again.
I hate a wise guy.
What was that all
You
about?
get out of here.
I didn't do anything.
Get out. Just get out of here.
You're all hysterical.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm not ready. I thought I was ready, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm sorry.
Coffee light, please. Hey, lady, wait a minute. What's the matter?
You've done enough. You just keep away from me. You've done enough. Keep away from me.
Hey, wait a minute. You're crazy, the bunch of you up there. You're crazy.
Hey, what's the matter? You got money in the bank or something?
Lillian, I got a call from the shipyard. They told me exactly what happened there.
I'm so ashamed.
Lillian, I want to talk to you. Will you promise to sit here and wait till I have time and we can talk together? Will you do that? I think you'd better tell me why you came here, and then we can work something out.
I can't go back there. I made a scene.
You can always apologize.
I don't want to go back there. I want another job.
We don't have another job for you just at this time.
I can't go back there.
Lillian, you're asking for special privilege. I can't do that for you. You're not sick. You're well.
I can't go back there.
I think you'll have to.
I'll go right back to Spring Grove.
Lillian.
I like the other girls.
At the shipyard? They like you, too. Oh, yes. Mr. Gwynn told me when he called to tell me about the other matter. What do you see out there, Lillian?
The world. It's somebody else's world. I want to be part of it again. I want to belong to it again. Can I? May I?
You see, it's getting dark. In a little while, it's going to be night. And then you can sleep. When you wake up, you can say to yourself, a whole day has passed. A whole day in everybody else's world has passed. That's all you can do, Lillian. One day added to another. And then, in the course of time, by the magic of God, you'll discover, even if you haven't thought about it for a long time, that this is your world, too.
I feel as if I were 5 years old. Every thought in my head is a question.
Lillian, how long were you in the hospital?
18 years.
Well,
They shelter you there.
do you pay such an awful price for shelter?
Do you?
Do you want me to come home with you?
I don't know how far I can go, Mrs. Ware. Whatever I do, I must do it myself. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello. Who was it? If the man answers, hang up. Hello.
This is the person that called about a half an hour ago. I'm sorry I woke you.
Who is this?
This is Lillian.
Lillian who?
Mrs. Lillian Aldrich. We had a fight today. That's how you know me.
Oh, yeah. Are you the one that cried or the one that slapped me?
The one who cried.
Well, you want me to apologize, that is?
I didn't call for that.
Well, what did you call for? Hello?
I'm here.
Where did you get this number from?
I found it on your employment application. I couldn't forget that. I was lying in bed. I was trying to sleep, and I kept remembering your social security number and your address and your telephone number. 100200853, 3456 Greer Mill Street, AU9 2322. I just wanted you to know I'm not the kind of person you saw me act like today. That's all.
Oh, look, Mrs. Aldridge, I really don't understand.
Oh, I'm not Mrs. Aldrich. I was divorced 12 years ago. I have no right to call myself that.
Look, I don't understand. Why did you call me at it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning? I mean, is this an emergency? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm trying to build a bridge. That's what I was trying to tell you.
case you're curious.
Oh, not.
It's a call from a lady bridge builder.
What's the matter?
You get a call in the middle of the night and it's for help.
Is she in trouble or something?
Something, huh? Some kind of trouble, something.
Why'd you call her back?
Let me have information, please. Information, I want a phone number of Mrs. Lillian Aldrich. Yeah. No, I don't know the phone number. I mean, I don't know the address. Lillian, yes. Huh? Oh, thank you. I'm not listed.
Maybe it's a gag.
No.
Well, you'll see her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night. If you needed help, who would you call for?
Friend?
Can you imagine how alone that woman must be? She has to call a friend for help, and I'm the only name she can think of.
Peace.
What do you want?
I come in peace, Chief Sitting Bull. Come to bring back your arrows. I know they were in my back, but they really belong to you. Besides, I don't like to sleep on my stomach.
I asked you, what do you want?
Well, can't you see I'm trying to apologize? I want to say I'm sorry to Mrs. Aldrich.
She's not here.
Well, I can see that, but is she coming in?
I don't know.
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Personnel, Gwynn speaking. I don't understand, Mrs. Ware. Why didn't she call me directly? Well, I hope you don't think we've given her the impression we don't like her. I think we've gone out of our way to make her feel comfortable. I'm not angry. I'm puzzled, frankly. Well, do you want me to go see her personally? Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. I guess I'm willing to put up with it for a couple of days, but if this is a permanent pattern, you'll have to count me out. I like Mrs. Aldrich, Mrs. Ware, but this is a business. All right. Thank you for calling me about it. Goodbye.
Mr. Gwynn, I couldn't help overhearing your conversation, and I got an idea it's about Mrs. Aldrich.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I had a fight with her yesterday here at the office. I grabbed my application out of her hand and she called me down for it. She got pretty upset.
Go ahead.
Well, I was wondering, could you give me her phone number or address? I want to apologize.
We don't give that information out, mister.
I'm Buzz Murdoch. Look, I'm not trying to be a wise guy. I'm not trying to make a pass at her. I just sincerely want to apologize. I think it's important.
Do Do you know Mrs. Aldrich's background? No. You don't know anything about her background at all?
No.
Important to whom, your apology?
Well, I think it's important to her.
Help you?
Well, we want to see Mrs. Lillian Aldrich.
Well, are you friends?
Well, it's sort of personal business.
Come in. Sit down.
What's the matter?
Is she sick or in trouble or something?
I have a 35-year-old son who's a manic depressive. Most of the time he's in a mental hospital. When he's home, he lives here. Everybody in this boarding house has been in a mental hospital at one time or another. Some of them 20 years ago. Mrs. Aldrich got out yesterday. Now you ask if she's sick. No. The hospital wouldn't let her out if she was. You ask if she's in trouble. Well, you cut yourself off from society for 18 years. And you come back to it one day. And you see if you have trouble.
18 years?
She wasn't old enough to vote when she went in.
18 years. Wow.
She had married when she was committed and had an infant daughter. After the legal time period was passed, her husband divorced her. The daughter grew up, possibly thinking that her mother was dead. Anyway, she never saw or contacted her mother from the day she went in. What I'm trying to tell you is that, well, the woman's out now. Nobody to knock on her door. Nobody to ring the telephone. In trouble her first day on the job. Right now, Mrs. Aldrich is bewildered, troubled, and frightened. And a difficult person. Now, nobody has the right to ask you to take on that difficulty. If you want to be friends, well, that'd have to come out of yourself.
Well, we'd still like to talk to her if that's possible.
I'll tell her she has visitors.
Sir? You gonna tell her that we know she was in the hospital?
Well, if she knows you know the worst and didn't run away, it may give her a little more trust in the world.
Why didn't she say something last night on the phone?
Would you?
"18 years. Wow.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Won't you sit down, please? Mr. Maxia will bring us some cookies and lemonade. You see, you don't see many outside people in a mental hospital, so you forget how to act. So we used to practice for how it was when we'd come out, in the day room. We'd practice, we'd take turns being host and visitor. The host would say, "How do you do?" And the visitor would say, "How do you do?" And the host would say, "Would you like some cookies and some lemonade?" And after that, the whole thing's gone clear out of my head. Isn't it a nice day today?
You don't want to do that? Why don't we go to the Italian restaurant the old guy
We had
talked about?
Italian food night before last. Let's just get in the car and go out along the bay till we find someplace nice and quiet.
Why don't we let her decide, okay?
All right, fine.
Hello, girls. Is Mrs. Aldridge around?
Hi. No, she went home a little bit early today. That's what we're waiting around to tell you.
Oh, is she all right?
Well, she was crying a little bit.
You know.
Well, what happened?
Well, Georgiana's sister had a baby last night, and so we just made a little party about it, and then Lillian began to cry.
I think Lillian felt a little lonely. You know, now my sister has a little baby, and she has this lonely life, and, well, you know.
I think she went back to where she lives. You know, that boarding house.
Thanks.
Listen, please don't worry about it too much. Every girl feels a little bit blue sometime.
You know.
Yes? What's the matter?
I'm your mother. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
My mother is dead.
Oh, no, I'm not.
What do you want?
I want to be friends with you.
But you're dead.
Why?
I went to my father and I said to him, they're going to ask, where's your mother? And I said, Daddy, I'm going to say to them, my mother's dead. That was on my 10th birthday.
I need you.
You'd better go back to the hospital.
Hello? Yeah, they're here. Sure, we'll come and get you. Where are you? Well, stay there now. Just stay there. I don't know what happened. She said she had a fight with her daughter or something. Here's where she is. She says she's waiting for you to pick her up. She says she wants you to take her back to the hospital.
I want to go back to the hospital, please.
Lillian, we don't want to take you back to the hospital.
You shouldn't have closed that door on me.
Look, you've got to remember she's got a life of her own, too. Right?
You know why they put me in that hospital? I tried to kill her. Another time, another place. Another me. I was 18. I'd been married since I was 16. The world was pressing in on me. My husband was the same age I was. He had parents. I was an orphan. We'd fight and fight. He'd slam the door and go out. I'd stay inside and the little girl would cry. Sometimes. Sometimes not. He went away. I was in prison with that little girl. First thing I remember at the hospital, they gave me this mop that had a heavy weight on it. That felt good. It's something heavy to hang on to. I pushed it and I pushed it. The whole world was gray. One day the color came back. I asked what day it was. They said, I've been there 11 years. Well, 5 years ago, I came into town by myself and stayed one whole day. 3 years ago, I stayed 5 days one week. In the same boarding house I am now. I want to go back to the hospital, please. Please.
You've got no right to go back.
What do you know about pain?
I don't care about pain. It doesn't count now. You think it's going to be any better back there? Do you think you're going to forget what happened when you rang your daughter's doorbell?
I'll blot it out. Yes, I will.
Lillian, I've seen a lot of people try not remembering things a lot of different ways. It doesn't really work. What happened, happened, and what's real is real. Maybe you belong back in the hospital. That's not for me to say, but if you're going back there because that girl slammed the door in your face, I want you to remember something. For 18 years, she didn't see you and she doesn't know you. You and that girl are strangers. And maybe you feel a need for her, and that gives you the right to go knocking at her door after 18 years. But she's got the right to say, I don't want any part of it. I don't care how cruel that seems. I don't care how mean that seems. That's the way it is. And you're not going to change it by running away and hiding out anywhere in the world. You can't change it. If you give it a chance, you'll find there are other doors where you'll knock and they'll be opened. And the person opening it'll smile when they see you. But that's still in the future. That's still something you've got to make, and I don't see you making it by running back to the hospital.
It hurts. I hurt.
Sometimes everything gets sharper and takes on a meaning out of the day. Like Paradise Street is ironic when you're on your way back to Spring Grove State Hospital. 3 going out and only 2 coming back.
The room's smaller. I guess if you grow, the room seems smaller.
Hello, Lillian.
Did you come back to stay? You picked the wrong night. They got that awful pudding again.
Oh, you always say it's awful, and every time they have it, you eat 3 portions of it.
As
Every
much
time.
as I want.
Ladies, ladies. I don't belong here anymore.
We've been waiting for you to find that out.
Mind your own business.
Well, if I used to sit in your own room for
Oh,
a while.
stop fussing, everybody.
Body can't have any peace or quiet around here at all.
How do you do?
How do you do? How do you do?
If you come inside, we'll be glad to serve you cookies and lemonade.
Well, we were sort of waiting for you to come out.
Right after the lemonade.
There's no mistake.
There's no mistake. It's a nice day, isn't it?
This has been a Screen Gems film presentation from Columbia Pictures. Herbert B. Leonard, executive producer.